Hi, I'm Maria, and this morning I'd like to share with you a look at my living room, which is almost done. So let's take a look. So here's the living room of my new home. It's almost done. I thought I'd take a little walking tour around it, point out some of the features. The first thing you might see here, you should see right here, it's right in front of us, is the, I don't know, I call it a bar. It's really kind of a hobbled together sofa table. I've decided to put my sofa facing the corner of the room where the TV is, you can see that. So I had this big back of a sofa that I wanted to cover, and I had a need for storage. I have a lot of storage down in the garage, but not everything needs to be stored in the garage. So I went to IKEA and I bought these three square units, each with four cubby holes in it. Kirk and I put them together. And I've got some wine bottle holders that I already had. I had to trim them to size and I had to build a new one. And I bought those baskets at IKEA. So what I've got here is my wine, red and white, some baskets with other stuff in it. All the alcohol that I've got makes it look like I'm some kind of a alcoholic, but I'm not. I just know how to have a party. And in here is my wine glasses, which I have to get new ones. I have some crystal from my old home. I've got some wine bottle holders there and just some storage in here. So with a little cover over the top and making sure all the parts are level, it turned into a nice little bar in the back of my sofa. Walking around this way, you see I got my antique lamp out. I actually took two of them out. The other one's down at the other end of the sofa. I finally unpacked them. They were the first thing I packed when I got back to Arizona in 2012 after the summer there. I thought I was going to have a quick divorce and get out early, but apparently my ex-husband had other ideas. So I had plenty of time to pack, but I didn't know that. So I packed these first. They're heirloom items. This is the one that I purchased. The other one, which I'll show you in a minute, is one that my grandmother gave me. These tables were made by Don McKay. He made the three tables in this room, and he's going to make me a coffee table. They were made out of power poles that were at the Rocky Reach Dam. There was a big fire there maybe 4 years ago, and the poles were burned. And you can see, for example, the burn marks on this one. And Don got his hands on these and had them cut into slabs and used them to make all my tables. They're nice, custom with the size I wanted, and I asked for a shelf on the bottom. That's for my surround sound system and my Exploding Kittens game, which I haven't played yet. Got to get some people over for that. And yes, I know I need a remote that will do everything, but that's what I got so far. I have my red leather sofa here. This had been in the Phoenix condo, and for some reason my ex-husband said I could have it, so I took it. And it looks perfect in this room. It's very comfortable, and I love red. So the blanket there is so that Penny's got a place to lie down on the sofa with me without leaving little paw prints all over it. Also, here's my CD rack, which I took from my old house. We had two CD racks. I took one of them, and I took my CDs and my DVDs, and that's what's in there. The windowsills are temporary. I'm hoping to get some slabs from Don. In fact, there's no windowsill at all right there. This basket's for Penny's toys. That's part of my surround sound system. I've got my big TV here. I like clocks. That's the clock I chose for next to the TV. And I've got, of course, this table was made by Don, again, to my specs. And I'm really liking it. Matches the other two. And of course, this chair here was an IKEA chair. It had an off-white cloth cover on it. And Penny, as you see, likes to lie on it. And it was one of the first pieces of furniture I brought up the stairs when I was working. And that's so that people who were visiting with me could have a place to sit. And over time, Penny dragged in a lot of mud and dirt, and she pretty much destroyed the other cover. So when I was in IKEA a couple of weeks ago, I bought the leather cover for it, and it looks much better. And I put Penny's bed on it again so she'd have a place to sleep without leaving little paw prints all over it. The pillows I might want to add here, the blue pillows, and then this green and blue pillow. These were gifts from my sister-in-law, and I really appreciate them. Thanks, Missy. And the other pillows I had bought in advance. And then this is the other table. You can see my shadow there. The sun just came up. This one's got more burn marks. It's actually kind of cool. And I've got a printer down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it there. I've got 2 printers that I use, and I was thinking of putting this one on the network. I've got an outlet under the sofa, and I could plug it into that, plug a router into that, and run this printer right where it is. But I'm actually kind of thinking of putting it up on my loft. And this is the other lamp my grandmother left to me. I can't really get a good picture of it with the sun shining right on it. But they're both reverse painted lamps. They date back from the 1920s. So although they're classified as antiques, they're really not that old. They're relatively valuable. I mean, it's not going to mortgage your house or anything, but I love them and I'm very careful with them. They were packed up for 3 years and I'm really pleased to have them back in my home. So that's the living room so far. And the living room's in the corner of my great room. I've got my big windows looking out on the view, which I really love. I don't plan on putting any curtains on these windows. Out beyond the windows is my deck and then the Wenatchee. I love it here. I'm so glad I moved. I'm so glad I changed my life. I feel fortunate to have survived and thrived in the situation I was thrust in by my ex-husband, and he's missing it because this is the life. Thanks very much for everyone who's given me such positive support over the years, and I hope you enjoy the pictures, and I'll write more soon. Bye now.